Hi everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back. In this video, I have quite the to-do list that I have been working on, and I just need to get everything done. So I am prepping for September in my craft room, and it's time to get a bunch of things crossed off my list. So I am mainly focusing on some back to school items, but if you are not preparing for back to school, you can absolutely still use this whole video as inspiration because you can make any of these things and just tailor them for whatever you're working on. So I'm going to go ahead and start with these little clear pouches. I found these at Hobby Lobby. They call them a little zip envelope, and I actually found these in the little home decor section. Sometimes they have like little desk supply sections. So I found them there, and I loved these little ideas for little pencils and things like that. So these are not going to be like my kiddos' main pencil pouches, but they're just going to serve as a little area for them to house little whatnots. So I like little things like this for just smaller little supplies. Okay, so what I have here is a variety of designs. On one of them, I am going to do this really cute little balloon animal. One of my kiddos really likes dogs, and I saw this little balloon animal dog. This is just a free design in Cricut Design Space. So what I did is I just typed in dog in Design Space in that image section, and then I filtered for free items because I don't pay for access. So I wanted to go ahead and use something that I didn't have to pay for. And this little cutie popped up. I thought it was so cute. So let me just go ahead and get all of the little pieces. And almost done. How cute is this? I think that's so fun. So this is going to be super simple for one of them. And then for the other one, kind of matches my nails here. Okay, I have to explain my nails because I was having so much fun back to school shopping with my kiddos, but it also made me kind of sad that we were already doing so. I felt like summer went by really quickly. And so as a way to hold on to summer a little bit longer, I went ahead and did a fun little rainbow manicure just to do something nice and summery and fun, because I just feel like all of the fall manicure colors are coming my way. So in a last little effort to have fun in the sun, I had fun with my fingernails. Okay, so although I need to redo them though because my nails grow so fast that I have to do a manicure every 7 days. It's crazy, but it's nice. It gives me some time to myself. All right, this next one, as you can see, is a little rainbow, and I thought this would be really cute as well. Okay, let's go ahead. I have a little bit of scrap transfer tape here that I used for another project, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my biggest piece of vinyl that I'm going to need. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I don't want to waste any. And I'm just going to trim it down so that it fits the biggest one. That way I can use the same piece for my entire project. Okay, so that should work. There we go. And it's a funky shape, but it'll work. I'm going to start with the rainbow. Place the transfer tape right over there, and I think I have a mixture of products here. I think I have some Starcraft, some Cricut, so I think I even have some Oracle. As you can tell, I'm kind of just trying to use some of my supplies up, so I have a little mismatch, especially with the colored stuff, because I don't use it too much. Some colors more than others, right? Okay, now it has this little liner on the inside. Of course, I'm going to take that out, and I'll also remove the little tag. But for visual purposes, I'm going to leave the liner in because I think that's really going to help both you and I really see here. Okay, so I'm going to bring this a little bit more towards myself, and I wanted to do this right in the center. So, although, oh, hold on. I'm wondering if that liner is actually going to, if it's not placed like really straight in there. Actually, I'm just going to take it out. I think we'll both be able to see. I think if it's off center or you know, not completely straight, it's going to play with my eye. So I'm going to stick down there. Let me make sure. If I keep this straight with my mat, I can use those grid lines to help me align everything. I think that looks just about right. So we'll just go ahead and place that first one down. And I'm just going to burnish that just with my finger there. Okay. And then I'll peel that off. Isn't that cute? I already love it. I already love it. Okay, let's do this next one. Definitely using my scraper though to burnish, excuse me, to burnish down in order to get it up off of my cutting sheet. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Okay, having some fun with color now. Just making sure I line that up really well. I think that looks good. There we go. And then I'll take that one off. Okay, so far so good. I skipped yellow because I haven't found a nice yellow vinyl that I really like. Everything is so bright. So went straight to a nice turquoise. But you know what? Just make up your own color combination. You really can't go wrong. Okay, then we have this kind of aqua color. And there we go. So, like I said, even if you're not sending anyone back to school this year, this video is definitely still for you because you could make this for yourself. You could make this as a gift. I would love things like this. You could put, you know, you could make it as a gift. You could personalize it with someone's name, and then you could put some of their favorite things inside, whether it's some craft supplies or whether it is some fun new little makeup products. Anything like that is so fun. So just be inspired and, you know, just use some of the fun ideas and don't be afraid to spin them in your own direction. Okay, so loving this and this final one. Just peel that right up and here we go. I think if I place it there, we should be good. Okay, here is our first little pouch. Is that adorable or what? Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. I love that. Oh, I wish I would have cut this in bulk, cut multiples of these and bought multiples of these because this would be such a cute little party favor, or I don't know, now I want one for myself, but I will give it to my little one. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing here. Let me take this off. And I am gonna take this out because I do think it'll play with my eye. There we go. And let's place this down as well. Using that same piece of transfer tape, and I think I can still even use it again. And let me turn this over. Okay. There we go. Easy peasy. I love this little balloon dog. I think that's adorable. I'm going to do a little right justified design here. I think that is super cute. Here we go. This would be cute too if you personalized it for the teacher and then put pencils inside. How cute would that be? Oh my gosh. Super cute. I'm gonna have to go back to Hobby Lobby and get a bunch of these. Those are adorable. Okay, so there is our first little item on my to-do list, getting these little pouches all prepped and ready. I think those are adorable. And again, you can do anything that you would like and put any type of personalization on there. And I think it's just a super fun idea. Okay, so this next task is actually quite the task. I need to redo the chalkboards that I did last year. Last year I did my little first day of pre-K, and then I like to do the last day as well. That way, at the end of the year when everything is so busy, I kind of got that crooked, didn't I? It doesn't matter, the picture was adorable. But when it's so crazy at the end of the year, I'm so thankful that I did this and just got it all prepped. So then this was last year's first grade, and first and last day. Okay, so now I'm sending, oh my gosh, I can't even talk about it. This is gonna be such an emotional video. Also gratifying, I'm getting so much done, but I'm sending another one to school, so I have a third chalkboard. Now, I got these chalkboards at Dollar General. The one and only time I've ever been to a Dollar General. We were traveling, and I've always seen other people find such great things at Dollar General. So, oops, sorry for the noise. I told my husband to pull over. I think we needed peanut butter and jelly or something. We actually did need something, and I did come out with peanut butter and jelly, but I did pick up quite a bit of other things in there. Okay, so why don't I start by doing the first sign from start to finish here, and then we'll worry about working on doing the other sign. So this is going to be the preschool. Oh my goodness. 3 little backpacks this year. So I'm going to cut these apart because these are the designs I'm going to need. I'm also, let me set these to the side. I need to weed this out, but before I do so, I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol and I'm just going to spray down my sign. Now I just took it out of the packaging, as you could see, but there still is some residue on the front, mostly from the frame. So I'm just going to clean this off so that the vinyl really sticks. Okay, and I like to do this in the beginning, that way it gives it lots of time to dry. And everything I'm using you can find down in the description box below the video. That way if you're curious or you need to add some things to your craft room, I've got you covered. Okay, so that is drying. Let me go ahead and I'm going to weed out this little banner. See that banner? Now, this was a Cricut Access item, so I did have to pay 99 cents for it, but it's so cute. It's so cute, and I couldn't find anything else like it. So I happily purchased it. So I'm going to, and what I do is I save my file every year. I have this file just saved in Design Space, so I can just go in and I can just type out 2nd grade in the same font, in the same size. That way everything, you know, stays very consistent. So let me see here, little tiny pieces. Oh goodness. And then I like to have fun. I'll come back for that little one. I like to have fun with the banner color based on my kiddos' personalities or favorites. So that's one way I kind of make them a little bit different. But you gotta love a back to school chalkboard. Now, I will say, here is a helpful tip. If you are trying to get chalkboards in August for back to school signs, it can become a pickle in a hurry. So last year, oh wait, no, not last year, because I had these. A couple years ago, I'll show you because I still have them in my craft room. A couple years ago, I couldn't find chalkboards because I just waited too long, right? I don't like being too prepared for back to school because, I don't know, it's just such a nostalgic time of year, so I kind of wait till the last minute to prep for it. But I couldn't find them. So what I did is I found, let me show you. I found these are called foam boards. They are like a portfolio board, right? And so I found these at Michael's and I went ahead and bought them because they would absolutely look like a chalkboard. Now they're like more of a papery surface, so you'd want to use like a paper transfer tape when doing that, but you could absolutely make a cute little chalkboard and just make it out of like a little poster board or something like that. Plus, if you get these foam boards, they're really thick. So you see? So, I mean, they're really durable. Your kiddo wouldn't be, they wouldn't be floppy or anything. So they would work really, really great. Okay, so that is all prepared. Now, what I like to do is I'm going to use the same transfer. But what I like to do is bring in one of my examples because I like to make sure that everything is super consistent. So what I mean by that is I kind of keep an eye on how far my design is from the edge and how far down it is, because if you really nail the first one, right, with all of your alignment, where's my little scraper? I'll have a new one. Then you can kind of just use the other ones as a guide. Okay, so let me grab the first banner, just like this. And I like to burnish, sorry, it's a little bit off camera there, but you can still see. I like to burnish the front and the back. That way it comes off really nice. Okay, just removing that cutting sheet. And there we go. Okay. So using this as a guide, it looks like I am roughly about, oh, that looks cute. I love that color. That's roughly about there, right? I think that looks fine. Yep. Here we go. And I can use my scraper to burnish that down. There we go. Okay, now, while I'm doing that, let me just do the back side. Okay, there we go. Turn this over, and here we go. Now, the only thing is you'll want to make sure that you're being careful on that first day to make sure that the sign is pointed in the right direction, because since you have a double-sided sign, it can be easy to just hand the sign, okay, I see words, yes, smile, but then if you look back on it and it says the last day on the first day, eek. So just make sure that you're mindful of that. Now, I think I'm pretty good, but let me get my little words in here, and I will link the font information that I used down below. That way you can recreate this if you'd like. I loved pairing these two fonts. I thought it was adorable. And that is why, quite honestly, I am so glad that I just saved the file, because I didn't want to the only thing I wanted to redo was the year, right? Or the grade level, but I just loved how everything looked, and I just needed it to be updated. Okay, there is that. Bring this in, and oh my goodness, how cute is that? Okay, I'm going to line up. Oh goodness, Bethany, come on. I'm gonna do, I think that looks good. Yep, just like that. Burnish down, and then come back through with my scraper. Okay, being careful with your scraper if you have exposed vinyl though, because it glides very smoothly over a transfer tape, but it will ruin your vinyl if you just, you know, rub up against that without a barrier in between. So I've done it, it's not fun, so just be mindful when you're putting multiple elements on. Okay, let me do the other side for the last day. Okay, there we go. And, oh, that looks awesome. Done. Okay, there we go. Last day. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. Okay, so that third one is done. Now, what I need to do with my existing signs, put that to the side, is I need to remove just the grade level. So what I'm going to do is very gently come in with my little weeding tool here, and I'm just going to remove it. I do this all the time. I do it with permanent vinyl. I do it with removable vinyl. Quite honestly, I use permanent vinyl 99% of the time. I just do. But I remove stuff all the time because either I need to update it, or say I have a really nice wood sign and I've enjoyed it for a few years, but then maybe I'm kind of over it, right? But sometimes you might have to repaint a wood surface just because of the residue from the vinyl. But most often than not, it's just fine. So I just am, the key here is being gentle with the weeding tool, because the weeding tool will absolutely scratch. Okay, here we go. And there we go. Okay, so now this is ready for the second grade. So trim these and trim this. Now what I'll do, because I don't want to get rubbing alcohol onto my letters, is I'm just going to spray some right on my little cloth here. This is just those shop cloths. You can get them at the hardware store. My husband and I, we ran out of paper towels a couple weeks ago. It was time to do a Costco run. And in the meantime, I grabbed some of these shop towels that we had. Honestly, I don't think I'll go back to paper towels in my craft room. These are so awesome. They're really awesome for card making because I can clean off my blending brushes so well. So I just love them. Very nice. Okay, this one, this little crooked one, is gonna get a total new life here. But I went ahead and cleaned that off. Did I do the front and back? I think I did. I cleaned that off just because, you know, the oils from my hands have been there now working with it, and I just want to give it a fresh little brand new surface. Okay, so getting all these little pieces off. Do this other side. There we go. And again, the benefits of having all of this saved is that I just was able to type out my new personalization or grade level, and then I was just able to cut that out. I didn't have to cut out the first last day sentiment at all. Okay, now, oh my goodness, vinyl for days. Okay, once more, just getting a little rubbing alcohol right onto this towel here and cleaning that off. Okay, that I'll set to the side as well, and I'll finish this up. Okay, so using that same transfer tape, I'll go ahead and get this all lined up. It's super easy. So now what I will do here though is, because my transfer tape is too big, I'm going to trim that down, because if I don't, it's going to be, if I have too much down here, it interferes with the little frame. And I guess I could have put it more at the bottom of that transfer tape, but I'm just going to trim it down. I've used this over and over a few times now, so it's okay to start trimming it. Okay, let's get this nice and straight. I think that looks grand. There we go. Again, being careful, I don't want to ruin my exposed vinyl. There we go. And I'll go ahead and do the back. Okay, and there is the back side. Very cute. Moving on to my final sign. And this one I did obviously make that font a little bit smaller to fit on there. That looks great. Because I do like to spell out the entire word. Okay, there we go. And there we go. So these are all ready for some smiling photos. Oops, oh goodness, hold on. Right at the end there. There we go. I'm gonna actually fix that just with my weeding tool. Actually, that is how the E's gonna go. Never mind. I was thinking that that was kind of crooked, but no, that's just the font, which is why I liked it. It was just so playful. Okay, there we go. All of the signs are updated. They are ready to go for the first day. Aren't those cute? And I like having fun with the color with the banner, but being a little bit more traditional with that nice white for the text. All right, another thing off my list. I'm feeling better and better as I go. I thought it'd be really cute to have the little chalkboard sign, but also have these cute little banners. So I cut a couple of them out. Aren't these cute? I'll link them down below. I found them on Etsy, and I also found with it, this was all came together. These are little like confetti. It was called Ready Confetti, like you're getting ready confetti for the first day. I thought this was so cute. So what I'm going to do, it said, I cut all these little pieces out, but it said you're just going to curl the rulers. Oh gosh, maybe that's gonna be, I cut this out of, or I printed this on, that's not gonna work. I need thinner paper. I printed this on, that'll still be cute, 110-pound cardstock because I really wanted this to be super durable, right? So what I'm gonna do is just cut this out, and I have these little dowels. Now I need to take off the little pointy parts because these are just like shish kebab skewers from my kitchen. You could use whatever you want. You could use well, you could use pencils or something like that too. That'd be cute. But I wanted to have these cute little banners. I thought that would be really fun. So I think I'll use my scoreboard actually to create the little score line. And I'm gonna keep every little bit of this because that 110-pound cardstock that's a gem around here. Okay. And you know, you could use a paper trimmer. I find it really difficult to use a paper trimmer for angles like this. So I find that just a steady hand and patience does the trick. Okay, I'm keeping that. Okay, and I also have my hot glue right off to the side here. I guess I can move my little getting ready confetti. So that is all going to be, I wanted to show you that for the next craft, so you could kind of get an idea of where I'm going with this. Isn't that cute? It was kind of a little surprise part of this purchase. I thought that was so fun. But let's clean that up. I'm gonna grab my little scoreboard and I'm gonna use that. Oh, let's see, can I use that? It's almost on a half score. Actually, I'm gonna just place it there and score right on there. Okay, I'm just gonna place a score mark. That way it can just fold over really nicely. Okay, hopefully I didn't get, nope, just making sure I didn't get ink on there. And I'm gonna fold that. And then we'll put this on a little dowel. How cute. And I'm gonna hot glue that because hot glue is where it's at for me. Okay, let me do all of these. So it's not quite, you know, butted up. I have to bring it to the side a little bit just so it'll line up with that 1 inch. Or it doesn't really matter where it lines up as long as it's on a score line. And you don't need a scoreboard to do this, but I have one, so I thought this would definitely make it easier for me. Okay, there we go. Super cute. I think these are adorable. Okay, last one. And there we go. One more. And done. Okay, place that away, and let's see here. I'm going to put this glue right in the back. We're actually going to come back to the hot glue in just a bit because I'm going to make some really neat faux leather keychains for the backpacks. Okay, what I think I'll do, are we ready here? Let's test this out. Oh, we are. Okay, I'm going to put it on this lip here fast because you know how hot glue is, right? And I'm simply going to, actually, you know, I probably should have put that little dowel in place, because what's going to stop that from moving around? Actually, it's doing fine. Oh, it's going to be fine. I just need to bring that down. Okay, it's actually going to be just fine. So you could glue that in place. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? And then of course I'm going to cut this off, make it all nice. But it'll have their little banner for, let's see, I know these aren't going to match up because I'm not that organized, but it'll have their little banner and chalkboard for their picture. I thought that'd be cute. Okay, so let's move all this stuff over here. I'm just going to do the same thing with these. Now, of course, you could glue your dowel down, but it's not seeming like it's not coming out. You know, it's snug in there. And if you don't glue it down, then you can take this out and then keep it and reuse it for the following year. So I'm going to opt not to glue it down, and I think it'll be just fine. Okay, come on, go quick, go quick. Place that over and whoop. There. Okay, gotta love hot glue. Oh, it's so instant. I mean, really, you could do this the morning of and you'd be good to go. You know, hot glue saves the day. Okay, got both of those and our final one. Again, 110-pound cardstock. That way they are super durable. And I'm glad because I also did that confetti in 110-pound cardstock, but that will last year after year too. And I'm just going to sprinkle that on the table, our little breakfast table. I thought that'd be fun. Okay, there we go. Here are our little back to school little banners. I think that's really fun. Okay, let me set this to the side. And now what I'll do is I'm going to show you a little sign that I'm going to put on the breakfast table. I thought it was really cute. Okay, so I have this little chalkboard from Dollar Tree. They have lots of fun little chalkboards there. And it just is a little easel, right? It just stands up like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this right on our breakfast table, and I'll sprinkle the little confetti around. And then I found this cute little SVG, and I'll link this design down below in case you love it too. But let's weed this out. Whoops. And then after, you know, after the first day of school, little breakfast, if you will, you can just kind of keep this sign up, just to keep it fun for the first week or for September. I love the idea of just having fun with back to school season. Okay, I need to be careful here because the bottom, we have a little bit more of a thin design with a pencil. Okay, so let's get all that out of there. This is going to say happy first day of school. But we have, oops, oh goodness, am I doing the wrong part there? Oh, I think I did. I think it'll be okay though. Kind of punctured that. H. I've got a middle that needs to stay in there. I lost this little middle of the P, so I just need to put that right back in there. Sometimes it's kind of hard with those little pieces. Okay, no problem. Let me grab this next one. Oh, much better that time. And finally, there we go. Okay, happy first. We got that negative again. Oh goodness. I can do it, I can do it. Day of school. Okay, easy peasy. I think that looks cute. And we have a cute little pencil down here as well, just to make it super fun. So just a little table decor, little table landscape here to make it fun for that first day. Okay, let me grab some transfer tape, get these alphabets off of my fingers here. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I think I can reuse some of that transfer. I just always keep some handy. That way, if I have something roughly the size, I can just go ahead and use it. Okay. There we go. And plop that down. Okay. Oh goodness, now I have all these scrapers just scattered everywhere across my craft room. That's okay. This is one thing that's, you know, it's one thing that's going to cross a lot of things off my to-do list, but momentarily make my craft room a little bit messy. So I'll have to do a big cleanup tonight. Okay, there is that, and let's add this to our sign. Isn't that cute? I thought that was so fun. And I think that looks good. Whoop, okay. Just nice and fun. And like I showed you, if you eventually wanted to take this off, you just take it off and do something different. Oops, okay. Let's get this really pressed down though. Okay, maybe I'll try from down here. There we go. It's gotta go nice and slow. There we are. Okay, if you ever have sticky pieces, just take it slow, kind of burnish them down, and then you'll be just fine. But there we are. Okay, I think that'll look cute with that confetti. I think that's a really fun little idea. Okay, I'm going to locate every scraper, and then the next thing I want to do is I think we need to head to the heat press. I have a couple things I need to do there. Okay, this next task is on my to-do list for a couple reasons. Number one, I've had these dresses and my little one is going to grow out of them, and by next summer she's not going to fit in these. So I thought it'd be cute to make a couple little back to school dresses. So I found a couple of designs that I thought would be super cute, and I cut them out on the smart vinyl. And this one's partially weeded because sometimes as I'm waiting for my Cricut to cut out other things, I try to start weeding other designs because it just helps cut down on crafting time if I can multitask a little bit. So I started weeding this, but this says Hello Kindergarten. Isn't that cute? And the last one. And I think all of the little middles of the little flowers actually do come out, at least, yep, they do. Okay, so, oh goodness, some of that is going to be a little tiny. Let's see if I can get that. Oh, I can. Okay, I'm going to just put those on the side there, and then I'll cut them off in a little bit. I'm just going to kind of collect them over here. Oh, that's a chore. Teeny tiny. I would rather do this though with iron-on than adhesive vinyl. Oh my goodness. Any day of the week. Okay. There we go. Oh, it looks like only those teeny tiny ones are at the top and bottom, so that's not too bad. A couple more here. Okay, I think I have all of my little pieces. Now you want to make sure that you get all of those pieces off. So like I was collecting them up here, I'm just going to trim that off because whatever's on the carrier sheet now will press onto the shirt. So make sure all of your little pieces are off. So I like to turn it around and, oh, isn't that darling? And just double check that everything's off. Okay, that is good to go. I'm going to clear that space. Now I have a second little design. It's so hard to see. Let's see here. I know I have a big circle in the middle. Let's start there to simplify. And this just has her little monogram on the front, or her initial. I thought that was cute. All right. Pretty little flower on the side. Try to get all the little pieces weeded out, and keeping control of where all the little pieces that come off are going. Okay, sometimes I have to hold it up just a little bit to see where I'm actually supposed to weed out. Let's Sorry if my head's getting in the way, but it's so hard to see it sometimes. Oh, I think that, oh, no, that one comes out. Okay, there we go. I have one of those lights. Just never think to bring it out. It's one of those things where I probably shouldn't have gotten that because it's just not being used. Okay, that is so cute. How cute. I love that. Okay, all of the little pieces are off, and then on the other side is a little pencil, which will be much easier to weed out because it's a little bit more predictable of where we have to weed out. Okay, there we go. Cute. Now, this file would be cute to do, you know, a tote bag for a teacher. So again, if you're not sending kiddos back to school, maybe you just know a teacher that you want to create this for. All so fun. Okay, so I am going to do, both of these are from Target. Cutest little dress ever. Isn't that darling? Okay, I'm gonna take these over to my heat press and press these on. I think that's so cute. Okay, real quick, I'm going to take the dress, or whatever you're doing, right? Pre-press this and make sure there's no moisture. It also removes the wrinkles. I'm gonna take one little layer off of my lint roller. That way it's super nice. That was just about 10 seconds. And make sure there's no lint. Okay, make sure it's nice and clean. There's nothing that's going to prevent the vinyl, the heat transfer vinyl, from laying down. Okay, so, oh, it goes this way. So I'm gonna place that where I'd like it. I think that looks really good. Okay. Yeah, maybe just like that. Okay, and this has a high little waist on it, so it's very cute. All right, and then I'll press that for 30 seconds at 315 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so, whoops, I can already tell that that might need a little pre-press or a repress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off and set this to the side and let that cool down. And in the meantime, I will repeat those same steps. I just noticed there was just a little corner that I might need to add a little bit more heat to, but I want to make sure I cool it down before I do any checking. Because if you peel it too soon, that's where you're going to run into some problems, or you're going to create some problems. Okay, so I'm going to do this one and bring it down just a little bit. That is so cute. Okay, and press that on. Okay, there we go. Now, so that other one's cooling. This one is cool. I'm going to peel and just monitor. It looks like I just have a few little edges, yeah, down at the bottom. Okay, so it's just mainly the bottom. So let me go ahead and give that more heat. And that should be perfect. I'm going to bring that down just a little bit. That way this gets really even pressure, because this was in the pressing field, so I'm wondering if maybe that just was kind of interfering with a nice even press. Maybe tighten my pressure down just a little bit. Okay, that should do the trick. Now I checked my other one while that was pressing, and I had the same thing. So most of it was good, and then towards the bottom, it needs a little bit of additional heat. Yeah, so go ahead, and now that that's cool, I'll give it more heat. Okay, again, I'll let this cool down. Check on my other one. Oh, much better. Much better. Okay, so that's on there. Okay, very cute. I'll just let this pink dress cool down. Okay, this pink dress is still cooling down. I just like to place it on my glass mat and really draw that heat out. Okay. And then I'll do the same thing. Just peel. Oh, much better. I think what was happening was this little area where it's bunched up, right, to create the little skirt. It was preventing it from getting a really even press. And I'm pretty sure that's what was happening, because for both of my designs, the top half was perfect and it was just this bottom half. So it just wasn't getting enough pressure there. So again, I just put this down towards the bottom of my heat press so that this bulkier area fell outside of that pressing field, excuse me. And then it worked great. So key there also is just making sure you're waiting for your iron-on to cool down, okay? Make sure you do that and then you can repress it. But I think these are really sweet, really darling. Love how those look. Okay, so I want to make some cute little monogrammed keychains for their backpacks this year. So I have a tutorial on how to do this, on how to cut faux leather and how to do these. I'll place it down below as well as up in the corner here. And what I did was I cut more of a solid for the front, and then I had fun with a fun print for the back. And I just picked something that I knew my girls would like. Now, before I do anything though, I cut out their monograms in this iron-on. I am simply going to place these on there. And with my heat press all hot still, I'm going to take these right over to my press and just press these. So let me just get this where I'd like it. Okay, so I have a little butcher paper here as well. And I will just place that right over the top just to protect both my press and my faux leather. Those look good. I think this one might have shifted just a little bit. I'm gonna realign that where I'd like it. Okay, I think that looks good. Yeah. Oop, now it's getting warm, so they're gonna want to pop off, but I think those are nice. Okay, so now I will place that butcher paper right over there and press these. Give it more pressure. Okay, there we go. Remove my butcher paper. Okay, now that those are cooled off, I will, there we go, take off my sheet there. I feel like my press kind of flattened that faux leather just a little bit, but that's okay. I usually just use my Easy Press Mini to do these, but since my press was hot, I thought, why heat up something else? Okay, now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab my hot glue and the back side of these, and I'm just gonna go, oh, I gotta make sure I put the right one. Okay, that one does not go there. I do have these picked out specifically. I'm going to make sure that I just do this little by little so that it lines up. Oh goodness, did this not get reheated? Oh, it sure didn't. Let's let that heat up. Okay, hopefully that's heated up a little bit, but I'm going to do it little by little. That way I can line it all up and I won't accidentally have my glue harden, right? Because it goes so fast. So get that in there. I'm just going to little by little glue this down. And like I say, I've done this with faux leather so many times. I think hot glue is amazing for these. I use these when I do the faux leather clips and things like that. But I say that the more glue the better, because if it seeps out the side, you're kind of sealing those edges and it will last longer. Oh, that looks really nice. Okay, so with my precision tip, if I didn't quite get to the edge, I'm just going to take my glue and just make sure that I have glue all around those edges. Okay, there we go. then easy peasy on the little tag. Now the circle, I just did this in Design Space and just did a shape, right? The circle is 2.5 inches, and then the little hanger is 3/4 of an inch by, I think I did 3 inches, but then I had it kind of overlap a little bit with that, and I think it turned out really good. Okay, so then this will go like there. Now I usually put my little, I do like a little brad here, but my my press is not in my craft room right now, so I can't do that for these, at least not right now. So I'm just gonna make sure I get a little glue on here, line this up. So I will just glue these, and then I can reinforce them with some brads later when I get my press. Okay, there we go. And again, because I think I would actually, if I were to do this again, I've always done this with my Easy Press Mini. I think I would do that with my Mini Easy Press again, because I think that it was a little too much pressure with my heat press. Okay, again with this little precision tip, I can just add the glue. It seeps out the end, which is actually preferred, because then I just go like that, carefully of course, and it seals those edges. Okay, those are really cute. Some of this glue out of the way, and then I'll finish this up here. Okay, so everything's lined up. That looks really nice. Now I have these little lobster clasps, and I can just place those right on here. Again, I'll reinforce those with, to trim that down. I think that the heat press kind of flattened it a little bit. Okay, but I'll put a little brad there later, but isn't that cute? I think that's fun, but in the meantime, I will, oops, I need more glue. Put a little glue there just to secure that. Super cute, and you know what? That probably would work anyway. But I think a little snap tab would be even wiser. Okay, there's this one as well. See if I can get a little glue out before I completely run out. And there we go. Okay, so I like, and you can fold it the other way if you'd like, but I like having a little bit of that pattern come through, and these are the back. I think they're super cute. I like to have a little bit of the pattern come through. Oops, I needed more glue there. Hold on. I knew that was not going to be enough. Okay, there we go. And then again, I'll put that snap tab on there. Okay. There we go. Super cute. Okay, there they are. Again, I have a full-length tutorial on that. That way, if you want to learn from start to finish how to make these or make a variety, I have some that you can make a name, like spell out a whole name on, which are really cool too. I'll link that. That tutorial is super popular. But I love how this turned out. Very cute. Okay, last but not least, this is actually something for myself. I did this craft a few years ago, loved it so much. It works so well. What I do is I get these little mini frames. I actually found these at Michael's, and I just take them completely apart. I just want the frame. You also can keep the glass and just glue it in place, which I probably will do. But what I want to do is I want to make little frames for the front of my fridge, and the ones I have just need replaced, and I thought I would just give it a fresh new look. So I have these little magnetic sheets, and what I'm going to do is simply trim these down. You've seen this. Actually, you know what? It'd be really fun, since we're at the end of the video, put a little pencil. Go find either a pencil or an apple. Put that in the comment section if you remember the first time I made this. They were so fun, so cute. And you just add some magnets on the back. But go ahead and actually put a pencil or a apple if you've made it this far into this video, because you're a rock star. Okay, now I'm going to trim this down this way this time. And I just add these little magnetic pieces right to the back. And then they just attach to the front of the fridge. And now what I do is when school picture time comes around, oops, I got that just a tad long, I get their little wallet size picture and I put it right in there. And then it's just a really fun and clean way to have a little display of school pictures on the fridge. It's so fun. Okay, so I'm going to finish these up. I think I actually will glue the glass right back into place. Let's do that. Actually, I'm going to go one more, because I think that will look really nice. Plus, it'll protect the actual photo itself. But I love this look. I think it's so fun. And it just kind of really makes the front of the fridge look really classy. I'm not one to have things on my fridge. It just makes me anxious. It actually really does. So I kind of keep it simple and kind of clean, and works for us. Okay, there we go. Now you could cut these with a Cricut, right? But I mean, you just saw me do that with scissors. So much easier and quicker, in my opinion. So that's why I do it this way. I do have a tutorial though on how to cut magnetic sheets just like this with a Cricut machine. I've done some really fun crafts with this product. In fact, so many so that that entire pack that I bought back in the day is dwindled down to a 3x3 inch little piece of magnetic strips. Isn't that funny? Let's see, I've made magnetic bookmarks out of this. I'm trying to think of all the stuff I've made. I love this stuff. It's super fun. Okay, what a mess, but this is all done. Now I will take my hot glue and I'm just going to very lightly, because I don't want it to seep out. I'm going to very lightly just add some and secure that glass in there. Okay, there we go. That'll look really, really nice. Oops, got to get a little glue string out of there. I'll do that with all of these. And it looks so fun. This is a good gift too, if you wanted to do this for grandparents. That'd be fun. Okay, then I'm gonna have to clean that glass off because I've made such a mess. There we go. Oh, those look so sweet. And I'll just clean these little strings off later. But these are all ready for school pictures when they come out. You know what? I can't even fit everything within the frame, but this was such a successful little evening crafting. I am so happy and thrilled that I got all of this done, and I hope that you are inspired along the way. Again, even if you aren't doing back to school crafting in your craft room, I hope this was inspiring in some way, whether in creating fun things for other people. This doesn't necessarily need to be students, or just fun ways that you can decorate a chalkboard, plus the option of being able to remove vinyl as well. I really had fun putting all these little crafts together. I'm so glad that my to-do list is dwindled down. Be sure to let me know which one was your favorite. I would love to hear, and I cannot wait to continue crafting with you in the next video. See you soon!